Welcome back to Metals, Money, and Markets. We are January 4th. For MiningClips, Rob Goodman, and as always, Mickey Fulp, the Mercenary Geologist, will spin us through this. Okay, Mickey, keep using the V word here. A lot of volatility, some big swings in the Dow. Down dollar. Gold had a fantastic week, although a rough day today, but overall pretty good for the metals.
Yeah, it's all about risk on, risk off. So yesterday it was risk off with Apple earnings not meeting expectations. So gold shot up. It got as high as 1294 at one point over the last couple of days. Took a breather today because it was risk on. The markets were up today, so gold was off. That said, it was up $5 on the week to close at 1285. It's been quite some time since we've seen a price like this. Looks like back in June, six and a half months ago. Silver, nice week, 1566 up 2%. Platinum was at near its all-time low yesterday, but it gained 4% today, up to 820. Finally got above the 800 mark. Palladium also had very nice week, up 4% to 1286 as we speak. That means that it is trading $1 above gold. Something's wrong with the world.
Yeah, and copper off a pretty good click this week as well.
Copper was at a 4-month low, at 264. Weak Chinese economy, very volatile day today. It started at 264. It popped to 269 around London, closed on some rumors of progress on Chinese trade talks. And then Powell comes out with a very dovish statement, and that knocked the metals right back down, 264 at close. So 264 to 269 to 264 in one day for a 3% loss.
Yeah, heading over to these energy markets. Nice week for oil here to start the new year.
Big moves all this week up from its lows here a couple of weeks ago, up almost 10%. Good news. OPEC cuts. Saudi Arabia jumped the gun, cut production 500,000 barrels in December. Lots of macroeconomic talk for reasons that oil went up, but I really think it was just oversold. Ended up at 48.20, up all day today for a 7% gain on the week. And uranium, after being flat for 3 weeks in a row, the markets basically took through a month of December off. Was up. Now I have Wednesday's price at 28.83, up 20 cents on the week. I've not gotten Thursday or Friday's price yet.
And head over to these currency markets. Relatively flat dollar and euro, but boy, the loonie must have liked that higher oil price, huh?
Well, that's part of what was going on with the loonie. I think also the fact that gold was up this week, because it really is a very commodities-oriented economy in Canada. Loonie was up 2%, but man, it was beaten up. It was down pushing 73 cents, so it closed at 74.65 on the week. The dollar was not as volatile as it has been. It had some movement this week. It closed at 96.16. Down, 21 cents. Powell came out this morning and gave a very dovish speech. Interest rates, the 10-year Treasury, which was up to 3.2% not that long ago, is pushing down to 2.5% right now. Powell's backed off, and it's not even certain there'll be 2 interest rates rises next year at this point. Meanwhile, the euro basically flat at 114.
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever live long enough to audit the Fed?
Well, I know Ron Paul won't.
Hopefully his son does, and we do. Shifting gears here and wrapping up with the equity markets here. A pretty solid week to start things. Everything's black.
Yeah, the volatility is ongoing, although the VIX ended up the week at 22. That's the lowest in about 3 weeks. But it really is day-to-day volatility. The Dow was down more than 600 yesterday, up more than 800 today. Yesterday was all about Apple and how its earnings were way off, and it's not selling any phones in China or enough phones, with the Chinese economy really getting hurt by this trade tariff war here. The Dow closed up 1.5%, 23,433. S&P 500 on this short week, 2531, up 1.8%. Nasdaq, big winner after really getting burned yesterday on the Apple debacle. Came roaring back today, closed at 6739 for a 2.3% gain on the week. Of note, the Russell 3000, the Russell 2000 was up 3% this week.
And wrapping up with that venture exchange on cue, massive week.
Up, and away, plus 11% in 5.5 days since tax loss selling bottom hit on December 21st. Pretty proud of some trades we made in this market. Venture exchange closed today at 587, up 6.3% on the week.
Okay, Mickey, appreciate the insight as always. Look forward to a big 2019, so we'll catch up to you next week.
All right, thanks a lot, Rob.